Opening with the king's pawn controls the center and opens up the light-squared bishop and queen, often leading to sharp games. The Sicilian defense controls the d4 square with c-pawn. Knight f3 develops the knight toward the center to prepare for a d4 pawn push, where the knight will recapture if black captures on d4. d6 opens up the light-squared bishop and prevents white from pushing the pawn to e5 after black eventually plays knight f6. d4 offers to trade the d-pawn for the c-pawn, giving up a center pawn for more active pieces. C takes d4 gives black 2 central pawns versus 1 central pawn for white. Knight takes d4 recaptures the pawn and activates the knight in return for having 1 central pawn versus black's 2 central pawns. Knight f6 develops the knight toward the center and attacks the undefended e4 pawn. Knight c3 defends the e4 pawn and starts to develop on the queen side. a6 prepares the queenside pawn advance b7, b5, and also prevents white from playing the bishop or knight to b5. Bishop e2 develops the light-squared bishop and prepares to castle kingside. e5 attacks the d4 knight and prepares to develop the dark-squared bishop to e7. Knight b3 retreats the knight to the queenside, where it controls the a5, c5, and d4 squares. Bishop e7 develops the bishop and prepares to castle. Bishop e3 develops the bishop toward the center and controls the d4 square. Castling gets the king out of the center of the board, while also developing a rook. There were worse moves, but also something much better. Black develops the bishop and attacks the center. The rooks can see each other now, allowing them to provide mutual defense, developing the knight and increasing influence in the center. The knight now occupies a secure outpost. This is not the right idea. This misses a much better move. Takes back. This creates a pawn chain, linked pawns that form a strong structure. This threatens to tactically win a pawn. This permits the opponent to kick a bishop. This misses an opportunity to kick a bishop. This permits the opponent to capture a pawn and win material after the follow-on trades. Taking that pawn wins material after the follow-up trades are made. This moves the queen to safety. This threatens to win a rook through a fork. This overlooks an opportunity to counterattack an opposing queen. Right on target. This kicks a queen. This move puts the queen on a safer square. This kicks a knight. Black will be winning a rook with that fork. The rooks can see each other now, allowing them to provide mutual defense. Capturing that rook wins material. That's not a mistake, but it's not the best move either. This move puts the knight on a safer square. The pawn is now passed because it can no longer be challenged by pawns as it tries to promote. This threatens to play checkmate. This moves the pawn to safety. This wins time by threatening a queen and forcing it to move away. This blocks an attack on a queen. This creates luft for the king, providing it an escape square. A very strong play. Black keeps the momentum, moving the pawns forward. This protects an underdefended pawn that is under attack. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade. Takes back. This wins material. This is an equal trade. Recaptures. This steps away from the checking rook. This is the way to win a pawn. One of the best moves. This wins material through a discovered check. This defends the attacked pawn. Now white can't stop black from winning a queen if they make the right moves. This blocks black's pawn. This wins a queen. This attacks a knight, winning a tempo when it moves away. This wins material through a discovered check. This defends the attacked bishop. This wins material. This threatens to force eventual checkmate. This loses material, but the position was losing no matter what. This is the strongest option. This evades the check from the queen. This threatens to play checkmate. This prevents the opponent from being able to play checkmate. This wins material. This threatens to force eventual checkmate. This allows the opponent to force eventual checkmate. The rook was sacrificed for checkmate, a brilliant move. This captures a free rook. And the game is over.